first-time mom to a delightful autistic kiddo. He's the most amazing person I've ever met, and I'd like to share a few things we've learned along the way to becoming the best parents we can be. I know when many parents first receive the news that their child might be autistic, their response might be fear, or panic, or denial, or even anger. For us, it was actually a relief. Relief that there was a name for what we were seeing. Relief that this was a thing we could research and learn about. Relief that what we were seeing wasn't the result of the fact that we'd done something wrong as parents. But no matter what your response, as we opened the door to an autism diagnosis, we were quickly bombarded with a lot of messages. Our child was not meeting milestones. Our child had deficits. Our child was lagging in skills. Our lives were about to change forever. I know the people delivering these messages meant well and thought they were helping, but I'll be honest with you, all those messages about what was wrong with our child weighed pretty heavily on us as parents. There's a name for this perspective, and it is called the medical model of disability. The medical model of disability says that the disability is a problem, and the focus should be on fixing it. The medical models says the goal should be to make the child who has a disability indistinguishable from other children without disabilities. And this started to feel very lonely and isolating, and I could see that it was hurting him. And I started to feel like I was supposed to be ashamed of my child's disability. But you know what? I'm not. As we opened this door to an autism diagnosis, I started to notice that there were a lot of other people in the room, autistic people, families of other autistic children. Meeting them made me realize that our family wasn't the only one, and a lot of other people had walked down this path before us. They told me that the medical model wasn't the only model, that we could make a choice. And they taught us this idea that people with disabilities need to change in order to make people without disabilities more comfortable around them also has a name, ableism. Ableism, quite simply, is the idea that people without disabilities are somehow worth more than people with disabilities, more worthy, more deserving, more entitled than people without. And you know what? That is not okay with me. Every person needs support from other people in one way or another. My kiddo and every kiddo is deserving of love, opportunity, and access, regardless of their needs, regardless of what kind of support they might require. So if someone tries to offer you a therapy or a treatment that's intended to turn your child into someone he or she is not, it's okay to say, no thanks. If the purpose of a therapy is to teach skills and access supports to make my child feel more comfortable and loved in a world that's not built for him, then I'm all for it. But if the purpose of the therapy is to change my child into someone who he isn't in order to make other people feel more comfortable, then that's not something we need in our lives. No thanks. If you are new to an autism diagnosis, let me be the first one to welcome you to our community. I know it can feel scary and overwhelming, but don't forget there are lots of other people who have walked this path before that can help you find your way.